Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the briefing on Thursday, the 26th. Certainly feels chilly out there in that breeze if you stand outside. And you can actually see why from the chart here. Fronts, this one here crept through yesterday, and now we're drawing in northerly, northeasterly winds down from Scandinavia and across the North Sea and across us. This high pressure looks like it's sort of lurking here, certainly for the next few days, really. So a fairly settled picture over the next 3 or 4 days, varying amounts of cloud circulating around that high pressure system, but certainly should be flyable on most of them, hopefully. Pressure is still quite high. You can see 1,028. So this time of year, that's fairly high. Onto the TAFs and METARs. I'll put both of them up here. TAFs are the predicted forecast, so what a farmer thinks going to happen between 9 and 1800 hours, 356 knots. Farnborough giving 340, and other places 350, northerly. Lasham looks like it's northeasterly, and everything else tells me it's northeasterly. And you'll see that from the rest of the forecast. So scattered at 3,000 feet is probably what we've got now. And then a tempo sometime this morning getting broken at 1,200 feet. The actual says 346 knots, broken at 2.9. Temperature 4, dew points 2. So with that in mind, that it's saying northerly, northwesterly winds, the upper winds certainly look like they are from the northeast. 020 across here, 040 down to the south of us. And everything else does indicate a sort of northeasterly. Always a difficult direction to operate from when the wind's like this. And the sat pic shows quite a lot of cloud to the east of us. And if I run the animation, you'll see where it's actually coming from. It's actually streaming down from the northeast off the North Sea, coming across here. And mixed in with that under here are odd showers. No sort of serious rain, but just odd showers. Typical northeasterly. Norfolk, Cambridgeshire and Kent will get peppered with showers. By the time that air gets to us, hopefully the showers have disappeared. So shouldn't be a problem for us. Temperature wise, Farnborough already saying 4 degrees. It was sort of 2.5 on the car thermometer this morning coming in. So 6 degrees, maybe even 7 degrees doesn't seem unrealistic. But northeasterly wind, yeah, it's going to feel a little bit chilly. Top meteo, I think this is pretty accurate at the moment. That's the cloud prediction at 10 o'clock. Clear to the west of us, varying amounts of cloud over East Anglia and London. And as you move it on, it shows that Farnborough prediction of cloud developing between sort of 10 and 12, cloud base at 1,200 feet. And hopefully that'll fizzle out as the afternoon goes on. We won't be stuck with a sort of low cloud base all of the day. And the top meteo wind prediction for 30 feet. Let's go from about 10 o'clock. Shows northeasterly and staying in that same direction, sort of 12 to 15 knots from a northeasterly direction for most of the day. Gusts about 20. So not terribly strong, but definitely in a northeasterly direction. So yeah, possibly give us a bit of a challenge how we operate. but we'll see. We'll talk about that in a minute. Airspace-wise, not a lot really going on around the Lasham area to concern us. Further afield, that's article dropping at Abingdon. That's between 9 and 12 today. And our old friend, the high intensity radio transmissions from Boscombe down is back. That normally lasts quite a while, but that's really about it. Quite quiet airspace wise. Unfortunately, that's not the case with jet movement wise. So fairly long list here. They've got a departure scheduled for 10 o'clock-ish, and then an arrival at 10:18. We've got flight plans for both of those. They're A319s, so they'll have the runway for that. And then later on in the morning, 11 o'clock, PA31 departing, and at 12 o'clock, a PA31 arriving. So Navajo's smaller aircraft coming and going as well. By that time, we will probably be on the runway. Operationally, I think the initial plan will be we'll operate on 09 with the cables on the north side and the gliders launching from the tarmac between the cables and the runway centerline and launch point vehicle, with aero towing on the southern edge of the main runway on 09. That'll be plan number one. We'll also look at, I'll go down and have a look at 05 and see if that's a possibility, but I know the ground is normally soft down there, so it could well be too soggy for 05 operation, but while the jet movement's taking place, we'll go and have a look at that. What we need to do is DI the aircraft, get everything ready. You can start towing out and position on the north side on the end of runway 34 by the trailers. We can leave all the gliders there, and we'll see what happens at 10 o'clock with the jet movements. We'll have a better understanding of what's going on then, and we should have an idea of how we're going to operate, and we will brief when we're out there as well. So see you out there, folks, and hopefully we'll have a nice day's flying.